Has this ever happened to you? You wake up, sunlight peeking through the curtains, but instead of feeling refreshed, there's this heaviness. You swing your legs over the side of the bed, and for a moment, you just sit there, don't you? Trying to summon the will, the sheer physical strength to stand. Your legs, they whisper a little protest, feeling just a touch weaker than they did last month. Lifting your arms seems to require a fraction more effort. You find yourself walking a little slower, not because of any sharp pain, but because your body, it just doesn't feel as robust as yours, as it used to. If that quiet, morning struggle sounds even remotely familiar, please know you are far from alone. It's a silent conversation many of us over 60 have with our bodies. We often chalk it up to just getting older, the steady decline in muscle strength, a condition doctors call sarcopenia. But here's a truth that often gets lost in the resignation. It's not just about the ticking clock. It's profoundly about what we do, or crucially, what we don't do, to support our incredible bodies along this journey. Now, here's something that might just shift your perspective entirely. What if I told you the real battle for your strength isn't fought in the gym during the day, but in the quiet stillness of your bed, while you sleep? It sounds almost too simple, doesn't it? But your body performs its most vital muscle repair, rebuilding and renewal not when you're active, but when you're deeply at rest. However, there's a catch. It can only do this incredible work if it has the right building blocks. And those essential materials? They come from the food we eat. Not just any food, mind you, but specific, gentle, nourishing bedtime foods that work their magic quietly while you rest. Today, I want to walk with you, friend to friend, through 4 powerful natural bedtime foods. These aren't complicated recipes or expensive supplements. These are simple, accessible foods that can genuinely help you fight muscle loss, restore your strength, and allow you to wake up feeling just a little more confident, a little more you, one peaceful night at a time. We'll explore a fuzzy, green wonder that is a sleep and recovery hero, a breakfast staple with a surprising nighttime muscle-building secret, tiny seeds that pack an unbelievable punch for muscle relaxation and repair. And the last one, oh, this one is special. Just 1 spoonful before bed. And the impact on your muscles, your very sense of vitality, might genuinely astound you. You'll definitely want to stay with me until the very end for this one. Before we dive in, I have a question for you. Have you ever tried a specific bedtime snack or food that you felt genuinely made a difference in how you felt the next morning? I'd be so fascinated to hear about your experiences in the comments below. Your story could be the spark of inspiration someone else needs. And if you're curious about these simple, powerful ways to stay strong while you sleep and you feel a connection here, please consider liking this video and subscribing. We're building a community here, learning and growing stronger together, and I wouldn't want you to miss out on what's coming. Now, let's begin our journey with something gentle, something green, fuzzy on the outside, yet wonderfully sweet and tangy on the inside. I'm talking about the humble kiwi. You probably think of kiwi as a delightful, refreshing snack on a warm day, or perhaps a vibrant addition to a fruit salad. But here's the part that often flies under the radar. This little fruit is a quiet, unassuming hero when it comes to sleep and recovery, especially if you enjoy it as the day winds down. Let me share a little story. I was chatting with a gentleman named George, 74 years young, a widowed, retired teacher. Over a cup of tea, he confided, I just don't sleep through the night anymore. And when I do wake up, I feel so stiff, like my body's been holding on to tension all night long. He wasn't in pain, not exactly, just perpetually tired, drained. His legs didn't feel as stable as they once did, and his arms had lost that easy strength he'd always taken for granted. He'd accepted it as just part of aging. I asked him if he'd be willing to try one small change. Eat 2 kiwis about an hour before bedtime, every night, for just 2 weeks. That's it. The difference, he told me later, was remarkable. Not only did George start falling asleep faster, something he hadn't experienced in years, but he began waking up feeling lighter, more rested, and noticeably more mobile. I don't creak like an old chair anymore, he laughed. My legs feel like they belong to me again. So what's the magic in kiwi? For starters, kiwi is one of the few fruits that naturally contain melatonin, the hormone that whispers to your brain, "Hey, It's time to wind down and sleep. While many people turn to melatonin pills, kiwi offers a gentle, food-based version that your body can absorb and utilize naturally. Studies have actually shown that eating kiwi before bed can improve both sleep quality and duration, especially in older adults. But here's where it gets even more exciting for our muscles. Deeper, more restful sleep is precisely when your body does its most crucial muscle repair work. While you're dreaming, your body is diligently restoring worn-out tissues, balancing hormones, and rebuilding strength. But this deep work only happens if you actually reach those deeper stages of sleep. Kiwi helps unlock that very door. Beyond melatonin, kiwi is also bursting with antioxidants like vitamin C and E. Why is this important? As we age, our muscles become more susceptible to inflammation and oxidative stress. That's what contributes to stiffness, soreness, and that general feeling of being slowed down. These antioxidants act like tiny sweepers, clearing away that damage so your muscle cells can focus on recovery and rebuilding. Kiwi is also a fantastic source of potassium, which supports proper muscle contractions and can help prevent those dreaded nighttime leg cramps. And if you've ever been jolted awake by a sharp calf cramp at 3 a.m., you know just how valuable that is. And here's a part many seniors particularly appreciate. Kiwi is easy to digest and won't send your blood sugar on a roller coaster. Despite its sweet taste, it has a low glycemic index, making it a safe choice for individuals managing diabetes or keeping an eye on their insulin levels. It's also naturally low in sodium, which is ideal for anyone dealing with high blood pressure. The best way to enjoy it? Simply peel 2 ripe kiwis about an hour before bed. Eat them slowly, mindfully, perhaps while you unwind with a quiet book or some soft music. It's a small, simple ritual, but one that signals to your body, rest is coming, healing is coming. Of course, always listen to your body. A small number of people might experience mild stomach upset if they're sensitive to fruit acids or have existing digestive conditions. But for most, kiwi is gentle, calming, and wonderfully well tolerated. If kiwi was a gentle whisper, our next food is a familiar friend with an unexpected nighttime talent. Let's talk about something we've all cracked open at one point or another, perhaps with toast in the morning or nestled into a favorite family recipe. Let's talk about eggs. Now, you might be raising an eyebrow. Eggs before bed? It's true. Most of us firmly place eggs in the breakfast category. But here's the surprising part. An egg consumed before bed can do something pretty remarkable for your body while you sleep, especially if you're over 60 and diligently try and preserve your strength balance and muscle tone. What makes eggs so powerful isn't just that they're rich in protein, though they certainly are. Eggs offer what nutrition experts call a complete protein, meaning they contain all 9 essential amino acids your muscles absolutely need to grow and repair. Crucially, they're especially high in leucine, that all-important amino acid that quite literally activates muscle protein synthesis. It's a fancy way of saying that when you eat eggs, your body gets a very clear, direct message. Okay, team, it's time to rebuild. Here's where it gets particularly interesting for us seniors. As we age, our bodies have become a little less responsive to smaller amounts of protein. A 25-year-old might eat a small serving of chicken and efficiently build muscle. But for someone over 60, we often need a slightly higher dose of quality protein, especially leucine-rich protein, to get that same muscle-building signal. And that's where eggs truly shine. Just one large egg contains about 6 grams of high-quality protein, with around 500 to 600 milligrams of leucine, enough to contribute meaningfully to that overnight muscle repair process. If you're someone who eats lightly in the evening, or if your dinner perhaps lacked a substantial protein source, a soft-boiled egg an hour before bed might just be the missing piece your body needs to stay strong. But there's more. Eggs also provide vitamin D, a nutrient many older adults are deficient in, especially if we don't spend as much time in the sun. And vitamin D isn't just about bone health. It plays a significant role in muscle function and coordination. Combine that with the choline found in eggs, a nutrient that supports brain and nerve function, and you've got a food that helps your body move and respond with more ease and confidence. Now, you might be wondering, but what about cholesterol? That's a very fair question, especially given the confusing messages about eggs in the past. Here's what current science shows. For most people, moderate egg consumption, around 1 egg per day, does not increase heart disease risk. In fact, some studies suggest eggs can even improve your cholesterol profile by raising the good HDL cholesterol. Unless your doctor has specifically advised you to avoid them, eggs can be a very safe and valuable part of your diet. Of course, how you prepare your egg matters. A gently cooked egg, think soft-boiled, poached, or lightly scrambled in a touch of olive oil, is easy on digestion and retains more of its nutrients. It's best to avoid frying in lots of butter or adding too much salt, which can irritate your stomach or affect blood pressure. And if chewing is sometimes a challenge, a soft egg is one of the easiest proteins to manage. Let me share a real example. There's a wonderful woman named Lean, whom I met through a wellness workshop. She's 68, always cheerful. She once told me with a laugh, "I get out of bed and my legs wobble like cooked noodles." She didn't eat dinner late and often skipped snacks after sunset, thinking it would help her sleep. We simply added 1 poached egg to her evening routine. Not a big meal, just a warm, small bite before bed. 2 weeks later, she reported, "I didn't think it would do anything, but I don't feel so wobbly anymore. I actually feel stable." That's the power of the right bedtime protein. It's not about eating a heavy meal. It's about giving your muscles just enough of the right fuel. If you made it this far and are finding this helpful, let me know by typing 1 in the comments below. All right, we've covered fruit and a breakfast staple turned nighttime hero. But what about something tiny, something you might overlook in your pantry? Prepare to be amazed by the power packed into these little green gems. I'm talking about pumpkin seeds. Yes, those same little green seeds, sometimes called pepitas, that you might find sprinkled over salads or tossed into granola. But when it comes to your muscles, your sleep, and your overall nighttime recovery, pumpkin seeds carry a lot more clout than their tiny size suggests. Let me introduce you to Harold. Harold is 72, a retired gardener with hands that still look like they know their way around the earth. He came to me with a common complaint. "I wake up every morning with this awful tightness in my legs. I stretch, I move, but it still feels like I haven't rested at all." We looked over his evening routine, his meals, his sleep habits, and one thing seemed to be missing in significant amounts: magnesium. You see, magnesium is a mineral that plays a crucial role in helping your muscles relax. Without enough of it, your muscles can remain partially tense, even during sleep. That's why some people wake up feeling sore and stiff, even if they've slept for a solid 8 hours. And guess what one of the best natural sources of magnesium is? You got it. Pumpkin seeds. Just a small handful, about an ounce, can provide roughly 37% of your daily magnesium needs. That's incredibly impressive for such a small bite. When you enjoy them in the evening, you're giving your body the tools it needs to physically unwind. But magnesium isn't the only trick pumpkin seeds have. They're also one of the few foods that naturally contain tryptophan, an amino acid your body converts first into serotonin, the feel-good neurotransmitter, and then into melatonin, our sleep hormone. While tryptophan on its own won't knock you out, combining it with the muscle-relaxing properties of magnesium creates a powerful 1-2 punch for better, deeper sleep. And as we know, better sleep means more growth hormone release, more cellular repair, and yes, more muscle rebuilding. Let's not forget, pumpkin seeds are also a decent source of plant-based protein, about 7 grams per ounce, along with healthy fats that help slow digestion. This means your body gets a slow, steady release of amino acids throughout the night, gentle, sustaining, and just what aging muscles need. How do you eat them at night? Keep it simple and small. A tablespoon or 2 is plenty. You can eat them plain, or sprinkle them over a bit of plain Greek yogurt for an extra protein boost. Some people like to warm them slightly in a dry pan to bring out their nutty flavor, but that's optional. Just be sure to choose unsalted varieties, as sodium late at night isn't ideal for blood pressure. They're also high in zinc, vital for cell repair, immune strength, and even hormonal balance. Particularly important for men over 60 looking to maintain healthy testosterone levels, which are directly linked to muscle mass. A small warning, like all nuts and seeds, pumpkin seeds are calorie-dense. Stick to a small portion. Think of them as a nightly tonic, not a full snack. Now, for the one I've been hinting at, the quiet champion of bedtime strength, It doesn't have the vibrant color of kiwi or the satisfying crunch of pumpkin seeds. It's not flashy. But if there's one food that truly works over time while you sleep to help rebuild the muscles that time tries to steal, it's this one: cottage cheese. Now, before you wrinkle your nose or dismiss it as something my grandmother used to eat, please stay with me. Because behind that simple, sometimes lumpy texture lies one of the most effective muscle-building and muscle-preserving foods you can eat, especially before bed and especially after 60. Let me explain why. Cottage cheese contains a special type of protein called casein. Casein is different from the protein in, say, chicken, fish, or even eggs. It's slow digesting. This means that once you eat it, your body doesn't burn through it rapidly. Instead, it releases amino acids gradually, over several hours, keeping your muscles gently nourished all through the night. Why is this so critical? Because when you sleep, your body enters its prime repair mode. But if you don't have a sufficient supply of amino acids, the building blocks of muscle, circulating in your bloodstream, your body can actually start breaking down existing muscle tissue to fuel other essential processes. That's the very last thing we want, especially if we're already contending with age-related muscle loss. Now, imagine giving your body a steady, slow trickle of those vital amino acids throughout the entire night. That's precisely what a few spoonfuls of cottage cheese can do. It doesn't spike your blood sugar. It doesn't feel heavy in your stomach. It just quietly gets to work, supporting muscle growth, repair, and strength, all while you rest. A dear friend of mine, Martha, is 76. She's sharp as a tack, but she started to notice her legs getting weaker. Climbing stairs became a chore, and getting out of the car took more effort. She'd been told it was just aging, but that answer didn't sit right with her. So we made one tiny change: a small bowl of low-fat cottage cheese, just a few spoonfuls, about 30 minutes before bed. Within 3 weeks, she told me, "It's like my body finally got the memo. I'm waking up with more energy. I feel stable again." That's what happens when the body gets what it's been missing. Cottage cheese is also high in leucine, that same muscle-triggering amino acid we talked about with eggs, but it delivers it over a much longer period. Think of it this way: eggs give your muscles a quick, effective push. Cottage cheese provides a slow, steady hand, guiding them through the night. And if you're watching your blood sugar, here's more good news. Cottage cheese is naturally low in carbohydrates, especially the plain, low-fat kind. It won't interfere with insulin levels or cause a nighttime crash. In fact, the protein can actually help stabilize blood sugar overnight. If sodium is a concern, low-sodium versions are readily available. For heart health, opt for low-fat or 1% varieties. Some people love cottage cheese as is. Others mix in a few berries, a sprinkle of cinnamon, or even a slice of banana. The key is to keep it light and simple. Remember, this isn't a meal. It's a signal to your body. Just one spoonful can truly make a difference. There's no prep, no cooking, no fuss. If the idea of simple, effective nighttime nutrition resonates with you, type 2 in the comments. So, now that we walked this quiet evening path together, exploring these gentle powerhouses, let's take a moment. You don't need to overhaul your entire life. What your body truly craves, especially after 60, is consistency in thoughtful, caring choices. Tonight, that choice could be as simple as peeling a kiwi, soft-boiling an egg, enjoying a spoonful of cottage cheese, or letting a few pumpkin seeds rest on your tongue before the lights go out. These aren't just bedtime snacks. They're profound acts of kindness towards your future self. They feed your muscles, calm your nervous system, support deeper sleep, and cultivate stronger mornings. With every quiet evening ritual, you're reminding your body you still matter, you're still strong, and you're still wonderfully capable of rebuilding. Because here's the beautiful truth: significant muscle loss isn't an inevitable sentence. It's often preventable, and to a surprising degree, reversible. It starts by giving your body what it's asking for, not in loud, overwhelming demands, but in simple, loving steps. So, tonight, instead of going to bed with that lingering worry that your strength is slipping away, you can rest with the comforting knowledge that your body is gently, effectively rebuilding while you sleep. If this video brought you a little hope, or perhaps a few new ideas to try, I would genuinely love to hear from you. Which of these bedtime foods are you most curious to try first? Please let me know in the comments below. I read every single one, and your story, your curiosity, might just be the encouragement someone else in our community needs to take that first step. And if you haven't already, please do like this video and subscribe. We're creating something special here, a place where growing older truly means growing wiser, stronger, and more connected with each passing day. And if you watched all the way to the end and feel inspired to try one of these, share 3 in the comments. I love seeing who's part of this journey. Until next time, rest well, eat kindly, and wake up stronger. You've absolutely earned it.